Good morning, Miramar, and welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Tamara G. You can check us out on all of our social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at City of Miramar. We really do have one of the hardest working commissioners for our fair city. It is Vice Mayor Alexandra P. Davis. Welcome back to the show, Vice Mayor Davis. And you actually have two great community events that are coming up. Let's talk about the first one on July 22nd, because that's right around the corner.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
All right. So the first event we have coming up is a Fairway Community Outreach event. So this community is located in our historic area of the city. And anyone in that surrounding area, and if they want to come from, elsewhere, that's fine too. It's for everybody, but we are centered this particular outreach in the community called Fairway. It's taking place this Saturday, July 22nd, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The location is 3700 Largo Drive. So once again, 3700 Largo Drive, and it's this Saturday from 10 to 1. And you might say, well, what is the community fair about? Well, what we're doing is bringing city resources and departments to you. So we are going in the field, taking various departments so that we can answer your questions, field your concerns with staff in your area. So one of the departments that's going to be on hand is the Social Services Department. You'll find out all of the resources that they have, our senior programs, our daycare programs, any resources in terms of helping you in your home with resources. And we also have the Parks and Recreation Department. As you know, it's summer now. Maybe there's things that you want your children to be a part of, such as the swim program. That's always good. We have police and fire, public works and utilities. We have economic development and housing, and that's really a buzzword now. Housing is so difficult to find, and what are the upcoming projects and things like that we can look forward to in the developments in our community. Business resource assistance. We are talking about rental, mortgage assistance, foreclosure prevention, purchase assistance, and minor home repair. So that all comes under economic development and housing. But we're also going to have some partners from Broward County also on site. And so we hope to, give out resources that the county can assist folks with as well. And so for more information, of course, there is a couple of numbers. You can call my office, though, at 954-602-3156, 954-602-3156.
And I know, Vice Mayor, that a lot of people, don't really know which department to go to if there's an issue. And a simple one that just came into my head is, if you have a pothole, or if you have a faucet outside that's leaking, and your water bill is now $200 a month and things like that. So just to have all of these different departments from the city in one place is amazing. And particularly when you don't have to stand in line for it, and you don't have to pay for it either, because this is part of what the city does. This is, and then social services, the senior resources, everyone now is taking care of older parents, and they may need to, put them in adult daycare, or at least find out how they can get that information.
Absolutely. And one of the departments that should be there as well is our permitting department. When we were under lockdown, a lot of people did a lot of home repairs and had to get permits for different things. How did they navigate that system? How do you get a fence put in, or a pool put in? How do you work with your contractor to do that? So all of these will be available for our residents. And of course, Tamara, we always have some refreshments.
Yes.
Can't have people come out in the early morning and not provide some refreshments. So please come on out. We have also an Eventbrite link, which is called Fairway Community Meeting.eventbrite.com. Fairway Community Meeting.eventbrite.com. And again, it's this Saturday. Come out in your numbers, 3700 Largo Drive in Miramar, and have all the resources at your fingertips as we're coming to you.
Perfect. And it is called the Fairway Community Outreach Event, but obviously every resident in the city is
Yes.
invited to come out. And so that's on July 22nd. The very next Saturday, you are going to have another event on July 29th. And this one, hard to believe, but it is right around the corner, back to school.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we know there's going to be a lot of different events surrounding our back to school and making sure that our children are ready for the new school year. This one's a little different because we're not just doing backpacks. We're working with the Children's Services Council, who is the main sponsor here, and they'll be providing, with other vendors, school immunization renewals, free books, school shoes, even undergarments, food distribution for the first 125 families. And of course, all of these are while supplies last. But this is a great opportunity. It's not just books, it's not just book bags. It is school shoes, undergarments, different resources that our children could use. This is going to be at our Vernon E. Hargrave Youth Enrichment Center. We know it as the YEC.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Saturday, July 29th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's located at 7000 Miramar Parkway, of course, in Miramar. In addition, there is a sign up because we kind of want to have an idea. So it would be B as in book, but just the letter B, 2, the number 2, S, short for school. So it's B2S dash extravaganza.eventbrite.com. B2S dash extravaganza.eventbrite.com. And
And
of
we'll
course,
have
any questions they can call.
absolutely, and we'll have you give those out again,
Yes.
Vice Mayor. And it's so telling where we are in this world right now, because yes, a lot of people would think that back to school obviously means book bags and possibly some books. But you mentioned some things that, people may not even realize that people are suffering with. Number one, if a child doesn't have clean underwear or any underwear. And
True.
number two, the food.
Mm,
There are many families that are still struggling through this post-COVID to just be able to feed their families.
True. Absolutely true. And with school out, a lot of the kids, when they get the school's lunch, that's one of their main meals for the day. So we want to ensure that our families get some supplies, some food supplies, as well as book supplies, so that we can take care of the whole family. And this is something that Children's Services Council is doing here in the city of Miramar, along with other vendors. So we want people to come out. It's not just a book bag giveaway. It's more than that. Bring your children. This is not even a drive-through event. This is an event you're going to come, you're going to get your resources, get your questions answered, get fitted for shoes, and it's taking place on Saturday, July 29th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Vernon Hargrave Youth Enrichment Center, 7000 Miramar Parkway. For questions, you can also call my office at 954-602-3156. 954-602-3156. Or once again, you can sign up and register at B2S, short for back to school, B2S dash extravaganza.eventbrite.com.
Perfect. And again, that is on Saturday, July 29th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. As the Vice Mayor said, the Vernon E. Hargrave Youth Enrichment Center, that's right behind Shirley Branca Park and right behind the beautiful water tower.
Yeah.
At the turnpike, if people don't know. And then on the 22nd, it is the Fairway Community Outreach event that is going to be in partnership as well with some Broward County services. But you will have the City of Miramar's social services, senior resources, parks and rec, police, fire, public works and utilities, economic development and housing, rental and mortgage assistance, and to do that assistance between the gap of what you can afford and what you can't, foreclosure prevention, purchase assistance, and minor home repair. That's happening on Saturday, July 22nd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. 3700 Largo Drive in Miramar. Again, open to all Miramar residents there. We certainly appreciate it, Vice Mayor. And again, if people want more information, they can always call your office. Please give your number one more time.
Yes, the office number is 954-602-3156.
Perfect. Thank you so very much, Vice Mayor Alexandra P. Davis, to definitely worthwhile events for Miramar residents. Again, July 22nd and July 29th. For more information, you can always go to MiramarFL.gov. It's right there on the homepage as well. So thank you, Vice Mayor. And coming up, we're going to have you back because you have a big event happening the first weekend of August, because it is a big Jamaican event.
Yes, it's Jamaican 61st Independence. So yes, we're looking forward to discussing our pre-independence fete.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you so very much for being with us today. And thank you for watching Good Morning Miramar. I'm your host, Tamara G. Until next time, see you. Good morning, Miramar, and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Tamara G. Check us out on all of our social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at City of Miramar. And with us, we have our very own esteemed Mayor, Wayne M. Messam, as well as Dr. Sue. She is a professor and community ambassador. And we are going to be talking today about Jamaica Emancipendence that is coming up quickly. So welcome to the show, both of you. And Mayor Messam, tell us a little bit about this wonderful program that the City of Miramar is going to be having.
Well, good to be on the program again, Tamara. This is one of our city's good performing events. It's an event that recognizes the emancipation of slavery, as well as the independence of Jamaica. We have a very large Jamaican diaspora in the city of Miramar. And we've been doing this program together, myself with Dr. Sue, for many years, where we recognize community stakeholders for their accomplishments and contributions to our community here in the city of Miramar, as well as provide an opportunity for cultural experiences. It's a family event. It's an old time fair. It's from August 5th from 1 to 9 p.m. The event is definitely going to be a great event with great cultural performances, and Dr. Sue will get more into the cultural stage. We have, starting off in the beginning of the day at 1 o'clock, we have a children's zone where the kids will have wet amusement, attraction to rides, and our residents that are used to coming out are familiar with that. And parents, don't be afraid of the heat. We have a nice cool zone for you. So while the children are having a great time out on the bounce house and wet pads, you'll be able to enjoy yourself. And we also have a farmers market. It was a big hit last year, where we have our community garden, the City of Miramar Community Garden, along with local gardeners that will bring produce and have different classes on how you can do your own home garden. And the stage show that will take place later on in the evening would be headlined by Egyptian, Bushman, Leroy Sibbles, Jim Myers, and dancehall artist Frisco Kid. So it's a wide range of diverse performers that will basically touch every age group of our Jamaican diaspora. So I'm so excited about August 5th at the Miramar Amphitheater.
And it is going to be amazing. I believe one of the performers is trying to join in on with us now. I think they have the camera off, but we'll get to them in just a minute. Dr. Sue, I know that this is a very important event because of the historical references to it. And to tell us a little bit.
I don't know about.
Oh, hi, there. How are you?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, we're just trying to get them on camera. We'll do that in just a minute. But Dr. Sue.
I'm actually driving right now, still, you know.
Oh, you're still driving. Okay, well, please don't drive and get on camera. We want you to hold off in just a minute. The historical reference to all of this, because I don't know if a lot of people even knew about Jamaica's independence, or that you were seeking independence more than 50 years ago.
Oh, yes. 61 to be exact. This year, we're going to be celebrating our 61st year. And our tagline this year is proud and strong, because each year we celebrate something else. So as a people, you know, we just excel. So we're proud and we're strong. 1962 is when it was. As the mayor had mentioned, on the 1st of August each year, we celebrate emancipation. So our Emancipation Day is the 1st of August. And then on the 6th of August is when we celebrate our independence. So us being Jamaicans and very inventive, you know, we do our celebration in between both those days, and it becomes Emancipendence, thus birth the Emancipendence celebration.
Perfect. And so I know again we're trying to get our artists. We can hear you, but we can't see you yet. So let's see if we can put him on mute for right now. Okay. And then what we also wanted to discuss too was the issues and the problems, because again, 61 years ago, I don't know if many people thought that Jamaica could do it, or that it was even wanted, you know, that there wanted to be emancipation and independence together. So tell us, just go back to a little bit of the history and how of the British colonial and how they, you know, were over.
Oh, for sure, they did want their independence as a people again, breaking away from the British colonial reign, and so we fought for that. 61 years ago, the people came together and decided we want to. Obviously, we have not gotten to the place where we're totally detached from the monarchy as yet, because we're still partly governed by them. So we do have a governor general in place. We are seeking to move away from that now too. So there will be more celebrations to come. It takes time, but as a resolute people, I'm sure we'll get there. But yes, it's something that the people wanted. It's something that we worked at getting. And over the time, yes, we're here. For years, we didn't celebrate emancipation as we did now, or a day wasn't recognized for Emancipation Day. So this is relatively something new to us. But as we start to celebrate it, as it's coming out, people are learning more about who we are, where we've come from, and how we've come this far. And so it's very important to our heritage, to our culture. And this is why something like this Emancipendence celebration is so important, especially for the cultural section of it, which Mayor didn't speak too much, but this is where we'll have a cultural stage, which we're hoping to get persons on so we can kind of relive some of our culture, our dance, or music, speaking in our language, or the lovely Jamaican language, or patois, you know, and just keeping it rich and alive. So we try to, and as a community ambassador myself, it's trying to get the young people to understand the richness of what we have, where we're coming from, and getting them to come out. So we're encouraging all the persons in the residents coming on, bring a young person with you, bring the grandchildren, bring the nieces and nephews, let them come out and learn and feel and, you know, be proud of what we've accomplished so far.
Awesome. And I believe we do have our cultural part on now. Introduce yourself. You finally got on. Introduce yourself.
Hey, this is Leroy Eptown Siblis, the true living legend, king of the reggae bass lines. Yes.
Well,
Greetings.
Leroy, we're so happy to have you join us. And what are the people looking forward to on Saturday? Because again, you mentioned living legend. They know who you are. What are you going to put on the stage for us on that night?
Oh, well, I'm going to be putting on my best dress for first thing. and I'll be coming out swinging. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm always the one that always try to do my best, you know? And my thing has been, you know, around so long now. So it's like what you call that, nursery rhyme, you know? Mm-hmm. Everyone who is of age, you know this and can participate. So it's gonna be great, you know. We just want you to know that the weather will be all right, and you know, and we'll be fine. All the artists are ready, I'm sure, you know, and roaring to go.
And it is going to be a great event. And Mayor, I know again this is the Jamaica Emancipendence, but as usual, Miramar has their arms open to everyone to come out, and from all of our neighboring cities and neighbors as well.
It's celebration time.
The event will take place at the Miramar Amphitheater. It holds well over 4,000 individuals, and it's a covered amphitheater. So whether rain or shine, it doesn't stop the event. And
Beautiful.
because Miramar is such a diverse community, it's a great opportunity for our residents of no matter where they're from, no matter what diaspora they may be from. There's so many similarities. You know, when Jamaica received its it's basically its freedom, going back to emancipation. Many other Caribbean islands were also freed during the same time and shared the same August 1st date. And throughout that period of time, there were several islands were part of the British Commonwealth. Our territories were actually liberated in terms of slavery. And now with the emancipation, with the independence 61 years later, you know, there's so many second and third generation Jamaicans that are living here, and they grew up here like myself. I was born here in the United States. My parents are from Manchester, Jamaica, but I did not grow up in the countryside to see all of the cultural performances, to go to primary school there, to learn all the schools and the rhymes and all the traditions. And when you see it come alive on stage, it's new generations of Jamaican descendants get to live the cultural experience. And because we have such a significant population here in the South Florida community, it's always great to even see Dr. Sue and she does her renditions of the spoken word, and to see the minto bands, and to see all of the festive activities, whether through spoken word or song, or just cultural foods and culinary delights that you'll experience on the day. It's just a great experience. And even if you're not Jamaican, if you come out there, you're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to enjoy the colors. You're going to enjoy the food. You're going to enjoy the laughter, the music, and just as importantly, the dance.
All right. And as
we do, Tamara, sorry, just to segue. We do encourage them to come out.
He said it's going to be a celebration. And Dr. Sue, go ahead with the encouragement.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was just gonna say, we said we do encourage them to come out, because anything that happens in Miramar, this is about Jamaica, and this is Jamaica, but it's about edutainment. So we want to educate those others in the community who don't know about us, don't know about our culture, don't know about our vibes, because we're more vibe people than anything else. You have to feel it. Some things can't be told, it have to be felt. And that's how Jamaican, that's how we are as Jamaicans. So yes, we encourage everybody to come out and just come and experience. And we're all one people, out of many one people.
Oh yes. Well, sorry about that. I lost my audio for a moment there. Sorry about that.
That's okay. We are looking forward to it. Of course, the legendary Leroy Sibbles is going to be performing along with many others. Mayor, how can we get people? Do you want them to register, or do you want 10,000 people showing up there?
Well, the event is actually absolutely free. We are asking all attendees to go to MiramarJamaicaFair.eventbrite.com. That's on the screen, MiramarJamaicaFair.eventbrite.com. However, if you are driving, there is a $10 parking fee, but there's no admission to enter the amphitheater. So we're just really excited about the event, and we are looking forward to all of our performers. We have reggae singers, and I'll say, Mr. Leroy Sibbles, every time everyone hear that he's performing, especially all the ladies, they get excited about hearing his harmonies that he'll bring to the stage. So, but that's been the common reaction when we say that he's performing. So, and then we have.
Isn't that so good? Yeah, that's a good feeling.
That should make you feel good. Yes.
Yeah. You see, my mom and my grandmother and my great grandmother, I grew up with the ladies. You know what I'm saying?
So we got
God bless the ladies.
Ladies, man.
Well, thank you to everybody for coming on. Mayor Wayne M. Messam, of course, from the City of Miramar. We have Dr. Sue, Professor and Community Ambassador. And we also have the legendary Leroy Sibbles, who's going to be performing along with many others for this free event that is happening. Tell us the date again, Mayor. August 1st, right?
August 5th.
She's going to be August 5th.
Saturday, August 5th.
Yeah, August 5th from 1 to 9 p.m. And but before we go, Tamara, I want Dr. Suda to talk a little bit more about the cultural stage and what we'll expect from the cultural stage.
Thank you. So the cultural stage, we're going to be having old and young. We're having drumming fingers, dancers. So we're going to have some drumming. We're going to have young children dancing and showing some of the old Jamaican and traditional African moves that influenced where we are today. We have a title sponsor, which is Victoria Mutual Group, and they have a chorale that's coming up from Jamaica. And the VM chorale, they'll be there. They'll be able to sing, go through some, come and sing with us some of our old folk songs that you haven't heard in years. You know, carry me Akigwa Linstead Market. Come make we go market. Come down. We're gonna have Maxine Osborne, the love queen Maxine, who will give our dance and continue with some of our spoken word with Jamaican patois going on. And guess what? We're gonna include some next gen, because some of the new Jamaicans, the second generation people like the mayor, who wasn't born there, but born there. So we're gonna involve some of those people to come out and give us what they have, because again, it's about keeping the heritage alive. So the next gens are gonna be on stage as well. We have Blacka Ellis coming up from Jamaica. Blacka and Dr. Sue are gonna MC, and you know that the magic that we kind of carry. So it's gonna be fun. Then we segue into the main stage with again Leroy Sibbles, Jim Myers, Jim
and enough respect, my mayor. Enough respect to the mayor. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
It's exciting stuff for free.
Yep. I was going to say, and where can you get all this for free? You can get it in the City of Miramar on August the 5th. Please sign up. Miramar, Jamaica Fair.eventbrite.com. Miramar, Jamaica Fair.eventbrite.com from 1 to 9 p.m. on August the 5th. Looking forward to it. Thank you very much, Mayor Messam. Thank you very much, Dr. Sue. And thank you very much, Leroy Sibbles, for being on today. And wish you guys much success on August 5th. Look, I already know it's going to be a party. So
thank you for having us. Enough respect. God bless.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
I'm inviting you personally. You gotta come out too, I want to see you in the crowd jumping, okay?
There's that ladies' man working. Okay.
There you go.
Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's gonna be wonderful.
It's gonna be great. Bye.
Yeah.